Live from the gymnasium on the campus of Atlantic High School in Port Orange, Florida. Welcome to the second semifinal of the FHSAA 4A District 9 Boys Basketball Tournament. If you're just tuning in and you missed the Astronaut War Eagles taking the first semifinal over the Atlantic Sharks by a score of 59-44. And moving on to the finals on Friday night. Now it's time to see who joins them as the number 2 Satellite Scorpions take on the number 3 Cocoa Tigers. Hello and a very warm welcome to tonight's second broadcast of the FHSAA 4A District 9 Boys Basketball Semifinals on MJT Sports Productions. My name is Michael Torello. Thank you so much for joining me once again as we finish out our second doubleheader in 2 days here from the Shark Tank. Last night, the number 3 seed Cocoa Tigers survived a tough contest from the Vipers of Space Coast High School. Leading by only 2 at the end of the third quarter, the Tigers stormed away in the fourth, outscoring Space Coast 19-5 in the final frame to win 54-37. Cocoa enjoyed a balanced scoring attack, picking up 10 points from sophomore Justin Vallon, 9 points from Casey Carroll and Chevy Green, and 8 points from Donovan Giles. Where Cocoa really shined in their quarterfinal victory was their defense. The Tigers limited Space Coast to only 5 points in the first and fourth quarters, while forcing multiple turnovers with their 3-man press. The Satellite Scorpions finished the regular season with a record of 15-5 and received a bye into the semifinals as a result of being the number 2 seed. 12 months ago, the Scorpions made an upset run to the finals as the 5th seed, defeating number 1 Astronaut on a buzzer-beating 3-pointer by Diego Fernandez Torres. Now a junior, Torres is one of the leaders for the Scorpions in scoring, averaging 17 points per game. However, fellow junior Olivier Pasquet takes the scoring mantle for Satellite with 20 points per game, while 6'4" forward Jalen Moody paces the Scorpions on the glass, averaging 5.5 rebounds per contest. We'll step aside for 60 seconds and then be right back with the keys to the game, the starters, and the opening tip. This is MJT Sports Productions broadcast, the 4A District 9 basketball playoffs on MJT Sports Productions. Welcome back to the Shark Tank, where we are just about set to go. Let's send it to the PA4 to get the game underway.
The FHSAA reminds you that the interscholastic events are an extension of the classroom and that lessons are best learned when proper respect is recorded to all. Please let your good sportsmanship show as you watch this evening's game.
I will quickly run through our keys to the game. For Cocoa, keep it simple. Last night was the perfect blueprint for the way to win the semis. Continue to get multiple players involved offensively, force turnovers with the press, and trap. And for Satellites, be consistent from the charity stripe. Cocoa got in team foul trouble early and often in the quarterfinals, resulting in plenty of bonus opportunities from the Space Coast. Don't be afraid to challenge Cocoa in the paint and head to the free throw line. Now back to the PA announcer here at the Shark Tank to get us into the game.
Now for the starting lineup for tonight's game, for the Cocoa Tigers, coached by Edwin Jones. Number 0, the non-starters. Number 0, Jaquez Green. Number 1, Emery Dixon. Number 3, Trayvon Thomas. Number 5, Caleb Dobbs. Number 23, Cam Lee. Number 24, Amari Jordan. And our starting lineup, number 4, Casey Carroll. Number 10, Donovan Giles. Number 11, Chevy Green. Number 22, Justin Fallon. And number 44, Elijah Davis. And for the Satellite Scorpions, coached by Paul Futura, we have the non-starters. Number 1, Connor Downs. Number 2, Max White. Number 3, Connor Jones. Number 4, Brandon Green. Sorry about that. Number 11, Brandon Goods. Number 12, Ben Aaron. Number 14, Brandon Sandoval. Number 15, Stephen Corden. Number 24, Jake White. And for their starting lineup, number 5, Oliver Page. Number 21, Braden Bell. Number 10, Joseph Costin. Number 13, Diego Fernandez Torres. Number 32, Jalen Moody.
Starting lineups are on the floor. I'll run through them for you one last time. For Satellite, Oliver Pasquet. I will try and refrain as much as possible from calling him Olivier Pasquet. Joseph Costin, Diego Fernandez Torres, Braden Bell, and Jalen Mooley. And for Coco, Casey Carroll, Donovan Giles, Chevy Green, Justin Fallon, and Elijah Davis. We are just about set to go. Satellite wearing the home white as the higher seed. They're the number 2 seed in this tournament. Trimmed in red and black, a nice tire tread pattern along the shorts, black with red. For the Cocoa Tigers, they were the road black strip, trimmed in orange and white. And as my good friend Cameron Irvine would say, tip it, we're underway. Cocoa wins the toss. And underneath the basket into a double team, no good from Justin Fallon, and Satellite takes the basketball. Diego Fernandez Torres into the front court for the first time. Plays it right to Braden Bell. Cycles around to the left-hand corner for Pasquet. And then underneath the basket, nice shovel pass to Connor Jones. Excuse me, to Pasquet, and Pasquet didn't get it to fall. No score here, 30 seconds gone. Into the paint, and a double dribble is gonna be called on Chevy Green as he thought about going up for a layup and then tried to back out of it. So 3 empty possessions to start the game. Satellite against the 3-man trap for Cocoa that they ran pretty much all of last night's game against Space Coast. And now controlling for the Scorpions is Braden Bell. To the top it comes. Now left hand cycles to Torres. Torres to the tallest man on the floor, that being Joseph Costin. 3-pointer on the way from Pasquet. Off the mark left. And the rebound is grabbed by Donovan Giles, but a turnover underneath, and putting it up at end is Moody, that Jalen Moody. So a mistake for Cocoa means the first points of the night for the Satellite Scorpions. Tigers into their offensive set now. Up top, here's the 3-point shot, no good from Chevy Green. Whistle a foul underneath, and it looks like it's gonna be on Justin Fallon as he pushed a man to the back trying to get to the rebound. Again, the 3-man trap comes from the Cocoa Tigers. Casey Carroll is up there. Chevy Green is up there, so is Davis. But a nice burst of speed by Braden Bell, breaks the press, gets to the free throw line and stops. Hands it back to Pasquet. Left-hand corner, 3 on the way, in and out from Fernandez Torres, and pushing the pace is Fallon off a feed from Chevy Green, and Fallon goes and lays it in off the up-tempo offense. 2:26, 15 to go, first quarter. Bounce pass into the front court, finds Pasquet. Floater in the lane, too strong. Rebound, grabbed by Torres. Torres puts the ball on the floor, grabbed by Elijah Davis. Davis into the front court for Casey Carroll. Carroll to the lane, off the glass and in. Nice little change of hands by Casey Carroll. Carroll last night had 9 points. Into the paint, foul called as going up for the layup was Braden Bell, and Bell will go to the line. And they're going to get Donovan Giles for his first foul. Braden Bell, Braden Bell, a 6-foot junior point guard. His first penalty shot's up and good. Braden, a 53% free throw shooter, averages just under 6 points a game. And he's into his windup for the second shot, and he swishes it right through there. So 4-4, Cocoa Tigers and Satellite Scorpions. Quickly into the front court is Valen off a long feed pass, knocks a defender over. His layup won't go, and a foul is going to be called underneath. As Bell got the rebound off the putback, the missed putback by Valen, and they're going to say he stepped to the baseline. So Cocoa will try again. Valen, the gunner, under the basket that they attack to listeners right for Cocoa. Quickly into Davis. Davis back out high for Casey Carroll. Carroll hands it to Davis. Thought about a three, won't take it, then hands it back to Carroll, and he'll back up onto the Atlantic logo at center court. 5.5 minutes to go. Still a 4-4 ball game here in the first quarter. Chevy Green drives the lane. Hook shot is blocked on the way in. That was the long arms of Jalen Moody that got up there and got it, and Satellite into the front court. Here's Pasquet, drives the lane, puts up a tough layup. It's good with the right hand. First of the night for Pasquet, averages 20.2 points a game. Casey Carroll, guarded closely up top by Fernandez Torres. Off to Davis, then back up top for Donovan Giles. Davis gets it back, a couple of high ball screens, ball left-hand corner, three on the way from Chevy Green, and he knocks it down. Chevy Green was ruthless from three on Tuesday night. I'll tell you about that in a minute as Satellite pushes the pace. Long pass into the left-hand corner, back up top for Pasquet. His three-pointer too strong, and the rebound is a long one, and it comes out to Casey Carroll. Carroll, right-hand corner, then gets it back up to the top for Elijah Davis, guarded by Costin. Davis drives, gets contact, and lays it in with the left hand. It looks like they're going to get the foul on Costin. No, they're going to get it on Fernandez Torres. And at the line is Elijah Davis, had 5 points last night. And he misses the and one. But a turnover as Satellite were trying to leave the zone, goes right back to Davis. Into the right-hand corner. Underneath, baseline drive for Donovan Giles, misses it, put back up and in by Giles, and he got it to go. So Donovan Giles on the board. And a foul is going to be called, blocking out high as Braden Bell crosses the timeline. They're going to get Valen for his second. Justin Valen led the Cocoa Tigers in scoring last night with 10 points. And he's already got 2 fouls, and will head to the bench. He will be replaced by Amari Dixon. Braden Bell floats into the backcourt for Torres. Torres hands the pass. Pass behind the back, lost the dribble. Elijah Davis running free for Cocoa. Gets to the lane, gets the ball stripped from behind. Great job by Bell to track back and get it, and now Torres into the offensive zone with a head of steam. Throws up a wild layup, it won't go, but he'll head to the line. First foul going to be called on Casey Carroll. And now Diego Fernandez Torres averages 17.2 points a game, 78% from the charity stripe. It's an 11-6 lead. And now it's an 11-7 lead as the first one's up and good from Torres. Torres hit as I mentioned in the pregame show, hit the game-winning three versus Astronaut in the 2020 district semis, so last year. Second one rolls in, and he's 2 for 2. Satellite are 4 for 4 from the line in the first quarter. Floated into the front court, left-hand corner, into the high post, then back out wide for Chevy Green. Green already with the only 3 of the ball game so far. Carroll floats it under the basket. It's tapped out Green. Right-hand corner 3, too strong. And the rebound goes to Jalen Moody for Satellite. Hands it to Torres. Torres against the 3-man press. Races into the front court. Throws it all the way across. Nice one-touch passing underneath the basket. And the recipient is Joseph Costin, who lays it in. In soccer, we call that tiki-taka. 1-2, one touch. In and out. And Costin was right underneath, with nobody guarding him to lay it in. Here's Caleb Dobbs, who's just checked in for the Cocoa Tigers. Thought about a 3, won't take it. His pass to the left-hand corner is intercepted by Costin. Into the front corner for Bell. Bell drives the lane, up and under. He got tapped on the back, and he'll go to the line. Estil tried to do a reverse layup, going from left to right. Didn't get it to go, and he's going to get Carroll for his second foul. And this is something the Tigers struggled with last night, is getting into foul trouble. As Space Coast had a lot of free throws last night, most of them from the bonus position. Bell already his second trip to the line, and he rolls in the first one off the front of the rim. Bell spins the ball in his hand, puts it up straight through there. He's 4 for 4, and it's an 11-12 lead for Satellite. Carroll with 2 fouls, controls the ball for Coco into the front court. Floats it up underneath. Donovan Giles to the rim, rejected! What a rejection by Joseph Costin. He just met him at the point of attack and knocked it back in his face. Satellite into the front court now. Controlled to the right-hand corner by Braden Bell. Bell to the top for Pasquet. Pasquet working on Dobbs. To the left hand, drive, baseline kick out, and then Bell will roll it back to Torres, and Satellite will reset. 1:56 to go in the first quarter, 12-11 Satellite over Coco. In this, our second semifinal of the night, here from Atlantic High School. Driving the lane is Torres, meets a double team underneath, shovels it underneath to Bell, who's wide open, and he misses the layup on the baseline, but he gets it right back. Shovels it left, 3 on the way, in and out from Torres. A battle for the baseline, rebound is won by Satellite, and the putback is no good by Jalen Moody, but he'll go to the line. Second foul on Donovan Giles, and already with 1:37 to go in the first quarter, Coco is 1 foul away from giving Satellite the bonus. First of 2 free throws is off the left iron and no good for Moody. As changes for both sides, the tallest man of the tournament, Joseph Costin, the 6'8 junior, heads to the bench for Satellite. He's replaced by Brendan Goods, a significantly shorter player. Second free throw, also no good, so Moody misses them both. Rebound to Coco and Caleb Dobbs. Dobbs with his heels on the half-court line. He draws a double team. Bell, like a blanket, but he gets it to Davis, left-hand wing, and the ball is tapped out of bounds by Brendan Goods, who's just checked in. And it'll be Coco basketball, sideline out, directly across from the scorer's table, sideline to listeners left. As the Coco Tigers attack the basket, the listeners right. Out high it comes. Here's Caleb Dobbs. Dobbs floats it to the left-hand corner for Davis. Davis draws the double team. He splits it. He throws it underneath the basket, and a layup up and in. That's Keon Calhoun, who's just checked in. And he looked like he could have dunked it if he wanted to, but he instead just kissed it off the glass. And a Satellite turnover underneath. As Moody tried to drive the lane into the front court, left-hand corner, 3 on the way, rattles around and out, but the putback is up, and the putback is good. Caleb Dobbs makes his first mark on the score sheet. 15-12, Coco over Satellite. Long pass into the front court, intercepted by Elijah Davis. 2 straight turnovers for Satellite. Davis kicks it right. Easy 3, wide open, no good. Offensive rebound, put back, no good. But Amari Dixon will go to the line. And they're gonna get Jalen Moody for his first foul. Coco really starting to turn the pressure up with that 3-man, sometimes it's a 4-man press off the inbounds pass. And they've gotten 2 straight turnovers and taken a 3-point lead. Plus they've got a man at the line, and that man is Amari Dixon, misses the first attempt. Only the second trip to the free throw line in this first quarter for the Tigers. And they're 0 for 2 so far as Davis missed an and one earlier. Second one is right through there for Amari Dixon. 16-12, 4-point lead for Coco. Thrown into the front court. A wide open Braden Bell is waiting on the baseline, but he doesn't attack the hoop. He plays it back. Torres, free throw line jumper, yes. Torres on the board now in the game. 16-14, 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Again, the two-man trap comes. Dobbs gets it away. Into the left-hand corner. At the horn, a three is no good from the left-hand corner by Chevy Green, and that's the end of the first quarter. Your score, Coco Tigers 16, Satellite Scorpions 14. We'll take 30 seconds and be right back. This is the 4A District 9 Boys Basketball Playoffs on MJT Sports Productions. Stay with us. As the official healthcare champion of Volusia County Schools, Advent Health is committed to providing championship caliber care. With 4 hospitals, 4 urgent care centers, and 6 sports medicine and rehab locations across Volusia County, Advent Health is here to keep your student athlete off the sidelines and get them back in the game. Visit adventhealth.com to learn more. Second quarter on tap, live here from the Shark Tank on the campus of Atlantic High School. It's the Coco Tigers 16, the Satellite Scorpions 14, to see who will meet the Astronaut War Eagles in the finals on Friday night. And again tonight, a trip to the state playoffs on the line as well for the winner of this game. 8 minutes to go on the second quarter. Clock down by 2. Satellite starts with the basketball wearing the home white trimmed in red and black. They attack the basket to listeners left. Braden Bell into the left-hand corner. Connor Downs, who's just checked in for the first time, plays it back to Torres. Torres cycles the ball into the basket to nobody in particular, and it's taken away by Coco. Here's Trayvon Thomas. And walking across the timeline is Caleb Dobbs. Left-hand corner, Chevy Green throws it back to Dobbs. Underneath the basket, the ball is intercepted by Torres. Torres runs the floor, gets to the paint, shovels it off to a wide-open man underneath. The layup is no good by Bell, and the Coco Tigers grab the rebound. Pushing the pace again is Coco. Into the paint, off a nice 1-2 pass, and a travel is called on Keon Calhoun, as he took too many steps. As Oliver Pasquet comes in. I told myself I wouldn't call him Olivier, but here we go. So Pasquet checks back in for Satellite. He replaces Brennan Goods. Satellite over the two-man trap, and a ball is thrown into the Coco bench. It will be Satellite basketball, last touched by Amari Dixon. Inbounding the ball is Jalen Moody. Throws it into the backcourt for Diego Fernandez Torres. 334 points on the season for Torres coming into tonight. Up top, here's Torres. Left-hand corner, Bell. Shoveled underneath the basket to Pasquet. Torres. Double teamed now. Spins through it. Gets it away underneath the basket to Moody. His right-hand layup is good through traffic. And we've got a tie ball game, 16-16. Chevy Green controls for Coco. Stops just inside the free throw line and travels. Took one too many steps, and that's the second straight traveling violation on the Coco Tigers. And now a chance for Satellite to take the lead. 6:39 to go in this quick-moving second quarter. Here's the three-man press from Coco. And Bell controls, throws it all the way across the timeline in front of the scorer's table to Moody. Moody controls for top of the key between the circles. Right hand, here's Downs. Back to the top for Bell. Almost had that stripped away, but it'll end up being a reach-in foul on Chevy Green, his first. And now into the bonus already with 6:25 to go in the first half, go the Satellite Scorpions. So it'll be a 1-1. As at the line is Braden Bell. His third trip to the line already, scored all 4 of his points via the charity stripe so far tonight. And it's long on the front of the 1-1. But the rebound comes to Pasquet. His three-pointer from straight on, no good. Another offensive rebound for Satellite. And putting it up and in is Oliver Pasquet. Pasquet up to 4 points. Nice three-shot look from the Satellite Scorpions on that last possession. Here's Davis, double-teamed left-hand side, dribbles out of it, throws it under the basket, and a nice layup, reaching back, no good, getting his own rebound, putting it up and in is Amari Dixon. And they're gonna get Jalen Moody for his second foul. Amari Dixon kind of bent his back backwards as he tried to float up for the first layup. It didn't go. He ended up getting it back, and as he misses the and one, but a putback is good. So Dixon misses the putback, misses the free throw. The putback is good by Calhoun, and it's 20-18. Satellite into the front court. Back up top, Pasquet. Pasquet against his opposite number, Caleb Dobbs. Shoveled under the basket for Moody. Moody through traffic, high off the glass, no good. Gets his own rebound, puts another one up, no good. And that one, he had 2 bites of the cherry. One with the right hand, one with the left hand, both of them missed. Coco trying to respond up 2, 5.5 minutes to go. Three-pointer from straight on is across the rim and no good, but an offensive rebound and an offensive foul as putting it up with Amari Dixon. So Dixon's going to be called for his first foul, and the man mountain that is Joseph Costin, the 6'8" center, comes back into the game. He towers over Justin Vallon and Amarian Jordan, who are 6'2" and 6'5" respectively for the Cocoa Tigers. Satellite trying to work out of the press again from Coco. Fernandez-Torres with a loose pass into the front court, and it's going to be turned over again. Here's Davis, drives the lane, puts a layup up and in. Second bucket of the ball game for Elijah Davis. Braden Bell into the front court. Here's Connor Downs at the right-hand wing. Back to the top for Fernandez-Torres. Torres drives the lane, splits a double team, up and under and in with the layup. 22-20, Cocoa Tigers lead, 4:45 to go. In front of the scorer's table, splitting a double team. To the left-hand corner now it comes to Amari Dixon, floats it all the way back up top to Caleb Dobbs. Dobbs guarded by Bell. Into the high post for Elijah Davis. Davis to the left-hand corner, 3 on the way, back iron no good from Amari Dixon, and Satellite takes the rebound. It's into the hands of Fernandez-Torres. Torres, coast to coast, kick out left-hand corner, 3-pointer all the way, no good. Costin fights for the rebound but loses out to Elijah Davis, and Coco takes the ball. Quickly into the front court, right-hand wing, and thought about pulling up for a 3. Shovels it to the right-hand corner for Chevy Green to try a 3. It's no good, and Satellite grabs the rebound. Fernandez-Torres again, this time drives the lane, goes coast to coast. He's gonna get called for the offensive foul as Elijah Davis took the charge.
No way, no way, no way.
The Satellite bench incredulous. And Fernandez-Torres is gonna get called for his second. Elijah Davis, the Cocoa big man, gets the ball poked away from behind, but it's going to go into the Satellite bench and be a Cocoa inbound. Oh no, it's going to be a Satellite inbound. And there'll be a 30-second timeout called by Edwin Jones of Cocoa. So we'll keep it right here and tell you that Advent Health is here for you and with you during every tip-off, every timeout, and every season to support you physically, mentally, and spiritually in this game called life. Advent Health is on your team. They're your biggest fan, and they're here to help you feel whole. Advent Health is a proud supporter of Volusia County School Athletics. Visit adventhealth.com to learn more. So let's lean back and take stock a little bit. 3 minutes and 54 seconds to go in the first half. A slim 2-point advantage for the Cocoa Tigers. They lead the Satellite Scorpions 22-20. And again, very balanced scoring attack from Cocoa. Only a couple of players have scored more than once. Calhoun has 4, Davis has 4, Dixon has 3. And it will be Coco basketball as he'll inbound in front of the, right next to us at the scorer's table. They attack the basket to listeners' right. They wear the all black trimmed in orange and gray. Floated into the backcourt for Caleb Dobbs. Dobbs walks across the timeline, 3:48 to go. Draws a double team from Downs and then almost stripped away from him, but the ball comes to the left-hand corner. Here's Chevy Green. Green floats it back up top for Caleb Dobbs. Into the high post. Bounce pass right-hand side, Chevy Green tries to get his opponent in the air. That opponent is Oliver Pask. Green drives the lane, throws the ball to no man's land, but chasing back to get it is Keon Calhoun, and then a long two is good for Chevy Green, and Green up to 5 points, 24-20, Coco over Satellite. With 3:15 to play. Into the front court now, here is Pasquet. He drives the lane, and he's gonna draw the foul underneath. Thought about dumping it off to Joseph Costin, but he gets the whistle against, I think that was Chevy Green. And that'll be Green's second. And now Pasquet at the line. First of his 2 free throws, front iron, no good. Pasquet, one of the fantastic 1-2 guard punch with Diego Fernandez-Torres. Both of them coming into the game have scored exactly 334 points on the season. Second one up and good. Hits 1 and 2, and it's a 3-point lead for the Coco Tigers, 24-21. Stepping gingerly across the timeline is Caleb Dobbs. Guarded very closely, now to the high post, goes to the left-hand corner, quick three on the way from Green. No good, skying for the rebound is Pasquet. Pasquet floats it to the front court across the timeline, right in front of the scorer's table for Bell. Bell now puts the ball on the ground, and it's gonna be taken away by Davis. Davis floats it into the front court for Amari Dixon, and Dixon loses out. Braden Green takes the ball away from him. Costin now hands it off to Brendan Goods. And now Pasquet gets it high right-hand side. He gets the ball almost tapped away from him, but it comes into the hands of Braden Green. Bell races past one opponent, hands it back to Green, straight on three, too strong, but an offensive rebound comes to the Satellite Scorpions. Controlling high wide outright, a 3-point comes in from Pask. It's no good, tapped out of bounds, Coco basketball. Oh no, Satellite basketball.
Whoa.
Last touched by Keon Calhoun. Bell throws it all the way up top to Pasquet. His 3-pointer from straight on, Swish! First 3-pointer of the game for Satellite, and it's Oliver Pasquet. A 41% three-point shooter on the year. And then a bounce pass underneath is through the hands of Keon Calhoun and out of bounds. So Satellite will now have a chance to take the lead in the tie ball game, 24-24, a minute 57 to go in the first quarter. Satellite breaks the press. Into the right-hand corner, Braden Green, and Green travels as he tried to throw the ball back to the top for Bell. So Coco will get another shot at it. 1 minute 50 to play in the first half. Game knotted at 24. Remember, the winner of this one takes on the Astronaut War Eagles on Friday night right here from Atlantic High School, and you can listen to that game live on MJT Sports Productions. A double team, and they're going to call a timeout as trapped against the half-court line was Caleb Dobbs, and he was bailed out by his head coach Edwin Jones, giving him a timeout. It's again a 30-second timeout. MJT Sports Productions is proud to announce that every game of the FHSAA 4A District 9 basketball tournament can be heard right here on MJT Sports Productions on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. The boys tournament runs from February 9th to the 12th. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook at MJT Sports Productions for updates on the times and matchups for both tournaments. And that being the girls tournament last week, the Coco Tigers trying to do the 1-2 with their girls team, who won the tournament last week against Atlantic in a thrilling final. But they got to win this one to get there. And it's a tie ball game now, 1:38 to go in the first quarter. Out of the timeout, it'll be Coco controlling. They wear the all-black road strip trimmed in white, or should be in orange and gray across midcourt. Here's Caleb Dobbs. Dobbs is going to get pushed to the back. before he was able to pass the ball away. And they're going to get it on Bell, his first. So only the 5th team foul on Satellite. They've been very disciplined in this first half. 9 team fouls on Cocoa, so Satellite well in the bonus. Minute and a half to play. Here's Dobbs, guarded closely by Bell, right in front of the scorer's table. Bounce pass to the left-hand side, then floated back to him. Dobbs into the corner, catch and shoot 3. Swish! What a shot for Chevy Green. His second three-pointer of the night. It's 27-24. Splitting a double team, but losing the basketball is Pasquet. And then Green takes it away, goes to the lane, and lays it in with the right hand. A quick 5-point swing all by himself for Chevy Green, and it's 29-24. Cocoa over Satellite. A pass into the front court, is shoveled underneath the basket. Costin, back out left-hand corner. And back to the top for Braden Bell. Oliver Pasquet against his opposite number, Caleb Dobbs. And now Bell controls his heels on the Atlantic logo. 37 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Remember, no shot clock here at the high school level. Through his legs, Pasquet loses the basketball. Dives on the ground to try and get it. A whistle goes as Cocoa does come up with it. And they're going to get Pasquet for a trip, his first. 28 seconds to go in the first half. 29-24, Cocoa with the lead in the basketball. Walking slowly up the court is Caleb Dobbs. Dobbs moves to his right. Gets to the right-hand wing, backs off ahead of Bell. He's in front of the Satellite bench. The ball cycles up top to Amari Dixon, who throws the ball off of the foot of Braden Bell. It looked like it was coming right at me. But it ended up hitting the scorer's table, and it will be an inbounds for Cocoa. Floated into Dobbs. Dobbs against Bell out high. Dobbs drives the lane, tries to put up a wild layup in the lane. It's deflected into the path of Amari Dixon, who puts it up no good, but a foul is called. They're going to get the foul on Bell, his second in quick succession. And 2.2 seconds to go sends Amari Dixon to the free throw line. His third trip. Makes the first one. Made one of two his first time, then missed an and one opportunity early in the second quarter. Misses the second one short. It goes out of bounds across the baseline. It'll be Satellite basketball. 2 seconds left to go in the first half. Pasquet throws up a prayer from half court that's no good. And we get to the end of the first half. Your score, the Cocoa Tigers trying to pull the upset. They lead the Satellite Scorpions 30-24. We'll take a couple of minutes to tally the scores and figures from the first half, and we'll be back with you. This is MJT Sports Productions broadcast of the 4A District 9 Boys Basketball Tournament. We are back live from Atlantic High School. It's the second of our semifinals between the Cocoa Tigers and the Satellite Scorpions. We are at halftime. Your score, Cocoa Tigers 30, Satellite Scorpions 24. Here are the totals from the first half. First for Satellite, leading the way with 8 points is Oliver Pasquet. 6 points for Diego Fernandez-Torres. 4 points for Brandon Bell. 4 points for Jalen Moody. 2 points for Joseph Costin. And for the Cocoa Tigers, leading the way with 10 is Chevy Green. And then a bevy of scores with just a couple of buckets each. Imari Dixon, Kaylin Calhoun, and Elijah Davis all have 4. And Casey Carroll, Caleb Dobbs, Donovan Giles, Justin Vallon all have 2. And that's their 30. Foul trouble. 2 for Cocoa, 2 on Carroll, 2 on Giles, 2 on Vallon, 1 on Calhoun, 1 on Green, 1 on Dixon. And then for the Satellite Scorpions, 2 on Fernandez-Torres, 2 on Bell, 2 on Moody, 1 on Pasquet. We'll take 5 minutes and then be back with you for the second half. You're listening to the FHSAA 4A District 9 basketball playoffs on MJT Sports Productions. Stay with us. second half on tap here from Atlantic High School in Port Orange, Florida. It's the Cocoa Tigers and the Satellite Scorpions in the second semifinal of the FHSAA 4A District 9 basketball tournament. The current score is the Cocoa Tigers have the lead 30-24. It's time you feel your best physically, mentally, spiritually, to be centered and supported, to feel the power of a world-class healthcare network coming together to help you take control of your health. It's time to feel whole. Advent Health is a proud supporter of Volusia County School Athletics. Visit adventhealth.com to learn more. It's just a couple of missed opportunities that are setting this game apart. Satellites missed a couple of layups. They've turned the ball over a couple of times in the backcourt, which has led to some easy buckets for Cocoa, and that's the 6-point gap as it stands. And I'm not sure who has the ball to get the second half underway. I think it's probably Cocoa, because everybody's amassing down at the end that Cocoa attacks. And it will be Cocoa. The Tigers wear the road black trimmed in orange and gray. Orange numbers, gray trim, black C across the front of their jerseys. Satellite in the home whites. They are the higher seed in this one. Red across the shoulders, a tire tread pattern in black and red across the shorts. Red numbers, black trim. And we're underway. Controlled out high by Amari Dixon off the foot of Braden Bell, and it'll be a kick ball against Bell. Cocoa will get a fresh inbound in front of their own bench. Elijah Davis will roll over to take it. Play it over to Casey Carroll. Carroll splits a double team. The ball works its way to the left-hand corner. Here's a three-pointer, and it's banked in. What a shot from Chevy Green, and he's up to 13 points. That's his third three. And Cocoa with Green steals the inbounds pass up to Calhoun underneath and shovels it under the basket, and it's intercepted by Oliver Pasquet, and then a foul is going to be called underneath. And they're going to call it on Dixon, his second. Once again, Cocoa with the three-man press up high that they like to run, and the other two standing at the half-court line. But a long pass finds Moody for Satellite. Behind the back pass to Fernandez-Torres. Pull up in the lane from 15 feet, no good. And the long rebound comes to Satellite. In the left-hand corner, here's Bell. Bell bounce pass up high, skips it to Oliver Pasquet. Pasquet sizing up Davis, plays it flat, and the ball cycles around to the left-hand wing to Bell. Bounce pass under the basket for, and a nice one for Fernandez-Torres. Up and under with the left hand, the smaller guard against the larger center. And Fernandez-Torres steals the inbounds pass. It's worked to the right-hand corner. Three on the way from Pasquet, no good. Offensive rebound of Satellite. Three on the way and short from Fernandez-Torres from straight on. And Cocoa will finally control, up 33-26. Splitting a double team is Casey Carroll. The Satellite bench wanted a double dribble. It won't come. Floated into the left-hand corner for Davis. Back up top to Casey Carroll. Carroll only 2 points in the first half. Lobbing it up and in. What a layup off the lob for Chevy Green. He's got all 5 points in the second half. Here for the Cocoa Tigers, and the ball is tapped away. It was a long pass to the left-hand offensive corner intended for Bell. Elijah Davis got there, tapped it into the seats. And it'll be a Satellite inbound, sideline inbound, left sideline. As Satellite attacks the basket to listeners right, floated into the backcourt. Here's Diego Fernandez-Torres, averaging 17.2 points a game and on 41% shooting. The ball is floated underneath for Costin off a deflection. Costin to the right-hand corner, Torres. Walks back to the top, plays it flat for Pasquet. Back up top, Moody thought about a shot and hands it right to Bell. Bell right-hand wing across the top to Fernandez-Torres. He takes a three from straight on. It's no good, too strong, and the rebound goes to Donovan Giles of Cocoa. Giles hands to Dixon, quickly into the front court. At a three on the way, left-hand corner, bricks it near court, but following it and getting it back is Chevy Green. Cycled around to the right-hand corner. Calhoun doesn't take a three. Floated back up top for Davis. Davis draws a double team at the free throw line. Stepping inside, putting up a shot, and a foul is going to be called as Chevy Green stepped inside, tried to take a mid-range jump shot, and he's going to be fouled by Costin, his first. 35-26, the lead is 9. Cocoa over Satellite and a chance to push it to an even 10 as 2 shots at the free throw line are coming for Chevy Green. His first trip to the line tonight, and he's really emerged as the top offensive threat for Cocoa. Swishes the first one. Green, 9 points last night. Pushes the second one up. It hangs on the rim and in. So 2 of 2 from the line for Green. 37-26, 11-point lead for Coco. They have come to play tonight, have the Tigers. Still haven't crossed the timeline. Now Bell squeaks across through a double team. He's trapped in the corner and turns the ball over to Chevy Green. Bell races back. Green lays it up. No good off the underside of the rim, but he got crashed to the ground. And he'll go to the line again. I'm pretty sure that Braden Bell caught him as he was going up for the layup. So that's the third foul on Bell. Green still the only scorer in this second half for the Coco Tigers as he hits the first of a 2-shot penalty. He is up to 8 third quarter points, and that's all of them for Coco. 38-26, he's outscored the Satellite Scorpions by himself in the third quarter, now 9-2 as he hits both free throws. 39-26, the press comes again from Coco. Trying to dribble out of it is Fernandez-Torres. He throws it across the timeline of Braden Green. Green trapped out high into the left-hand corner, Costin. Green gets it back underneath the basket, turns the ball over, and unfortunately for Coco, Elijah Davis stepped on the baseline as he grabbed the basketball, so it'll be an offensive inbound baseline under the basket to listeners' right. Brendan Goods checks in for the center, Costin. Now they'll go with a guard-heavy lineup here. Goods immediately takes the inbounds pass, hands to Pasquet, top of the key, guarded by Davis, and he, Pasquet drives the lane, and I think he drew the foul on Davis. And, they're gonna get the foul on Amari Dixon, his third. And at the line is Oliver Pasquet. 8 points in the first half for Pasquet to lead the Satellite Scorpions, but only one trip to the line, and he went 1 for 2 there. 4 dribbles for Pasquet, the right-hander, into his motion and knocks down the first one. The Scorpions ended their season 15-5. They went 2-2 in district play and ended their regular season on a 5-game winning streak as Pasquet hits them both. And into the ball game for the Coco Tigers comes Travion Thomas. He replaces Dixon, who's got 3 fouls, including big wins against Bayside, Heritage, and Melbourne Central Catholic. The last 3 wins for Satellite. Now Satellite tries the full court press, floating it across into the front court. Right side, here's Green, back to the top, Davis. Green, right-hand corner, catch and shoot, too strong, and excellent box out, and then foul is gonna be called as Pasquet scored the rebound. Donovan Giles, the guilty party, that's gonna be his 3rd foul. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Giles head to the bench here in a second with 4:39 to go in the 3rd quarter. Still an 11-point lead for Coco, 39-28. Floated into the front court. Here's Pasquet, drives the lane, off the glass, it in and out, and it was tapped over the baseline by Brendan Goods, so it'll be Coco basketball. Too many of those chances missed for Satellite here in this game. Satellite once again pressures the inbounds pass. It comes to Elijah Davis. Davis hands it off. It gets a pass deflected, and Satellite takes the ball right at half court. Pasquet off the turnover to the lane, and he gets it to go. Pasquet almost turns the ball over again, but Davis is going to travel as he walks across the Atlantic logo at center court and give the ball right back to Satellite, who can close the gap even more. 39-30, Coco leads it here, 4:08 to go 3rd quarter. Inbounds pass goes to Diego Fernandez-Torres. He works against Casey Carroll out high. And now right side, here's Braden Green. Green back to the top. Pasquet, open look from straight on. No good. Rebound bounces into the hands of Elijah Davis. Davis hands it to Travion Thomas. Thomas tries to go coast to coast, gets to the lane. He's fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2, even though the shot was not good. And they're going to get the foul on Fernandez-Torres, his 3rd. So the 2nd Scorpion with 3 fouls, joining his teammate Braden Bell. At the line for two, Travion Thomas hasn't really gotten much floor time tonight as he sinks the first free throw. That's his first point. Lead restored back to 10, 40-30. Second free throw on the way from Thomas. It is on the rim, no good. Battle for the rebound underneath is won by the Cocoa Tigers. High right siders, Casey Carroll tries a long three, too short. Rebound tap back to Davis. He drives, he's layup is no good. The ball cannons off to the left-hand corner. It's again grabbed by Cocoa. Left-hand corner three on the way and good from Chevy Green, his fourth three-pointer of the night. Transition three from straight on for Pasquet, doesn't get it. Ball goes out of bounds across the baseline. Cocoa basketball. 43-30, a 13-point lead and a timeout Satellite. 12 points in the third quarter for Chevy Green, and it's a 13-point lead for Cocoa. We'll take 30 seconds and be right back. This is MJT Sports Productions broadcast of the 4A District 9 basketball playoffs. Back at the Shark Tank, semifinal action from the 4A District 9 boys basketball playoffs. It's the Cocoa Tigers leading the Satellite Scorpions by way of a 43-30 scoreline. 12 points in the second quarter, or in the third quarter rather, for Chevy Green. Cocoa controls, long pass to Green, shovels it under the basket intended for Dixon, but it's turned over, and Oliver Pasquet grabs it. Walking into the front court is Brennan Goods. Goods eyeing up his opposite number, Chevy Green. Pasquet, out high right wing. Ball tapped away on a pass intended for Diego Fernandez-Torres, and they're going to get an over and back on Fernandez-Torres. And Satellite doesn't like that one. They thought it was tipped by Green. So it'll be Cocoa basketball. Cocoa with the ball. Here's Carroll. Drives to the free throw line. Kicks it to the left-hand corner. Trayvon Thomas back to Carroll. Floats it up for him. Draws a double team into the left-hand corner. Catch and shoot three. No good by guess who? Chevy Green, but an offensive rebound for Cocoa. And put back up and in by Donovan Giles. Giles off the mark of the second half. Satellite trying to clear the zone against the press from Cocoa. Fernandez-Torres into the front court in front of his own bench off the listener's right. Throws it back up top, Braden Green. Shoveled under the basket, Pasquet. Back up top to Fernandez-Torres. And they're going to get an offensive foul called against Satellite. I don't think it was a foul. I think it was a double dribble they called. But anyway, Satellite calls a timeout. It's another turnover. Cocoa leads it by 15 with 2:20 to go in the third. We'll step aside for 30 seconds and be right back. This is MJT Sports Productions broadcast of the 4A District 9 basketball semifinals. Two minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the third quarter, or as I have taken to calling it, Chevy Green time here at the Shark Tank. 12 points for Green in the quarter, and it's a 15-point advantage for the Cocoa Tigers, and they have the basketball. Satellite once again runs a three-man press. Davis shovels it ahead. Thomas into the front court. Thomas gets to the free throw line, then backs out. Gets it to Carroll. Back to Thomas. Three-pointer from the right-hand wing. No good. Offensive rebound. Put back up and in. And one! I'm trying to see through the shirts who got it. It's Devin Giles. His second point, or fourth point rather, of the quarter, second bucket, and he'll go to the line for the first time tonight. Giles had 9 points last night, and he's up to 7 tonight as that and one went down. Connor Downs, the senior forward, checks back in for Satellite. Fernandez-Torres controls, heels on his own baseline, throws it all the way into the front court for Moody, and Moody traveled, he took an extra step. It's another turnover for Satellite, and Coco gets the inbound. Sideline inbound halfway up the Coco side of the court. It gets into Carroll. Carroll breaks the press. Carroll drives the lane, kicks it to the left-hand corner for Green. Back out top, Carroll. Carroll drives, gets up a floater, front iron, no good. Offensive foul as he knocked over Brendan Goods. And that's the third foul on Casey Carroll and the fourth team foul of the quarter for Coco. They have, I will admit, done a better job this quarter of staying out of foul trouble. As in the first quarter, they got to 7 fouls in the first quarter. And right now they've only got 4. Through a double team across the timeline, and Torres throws it away. Euro step to get by Torres, and laying it in is Trayvon Thomas. And another turnover. Here's Thomas off the inbounds pass. He hands it to Green. Offensive foul as Thomas clobbered Pasquet. Thomas's first foul gonna go against him. It was a nice feed underneath for an easy layup, and the easy layup recipient would have been Donovan Giles, but you kind of can't knock people over when they have position. Satellite floats it into the front court. Here is Brendan Goods. Goods at the free throw line, throws it to the left-hand corner. Nobody in particular is over there, and it's another Satellite turnover. The lead is now 50-30 for Coco. 1:17 left to go in the third. Donovan Giles heads to the bench, replaced by Keon Calhoun. Calhoun, 4 points in the first half, hasn't seen the floor yet in the third quarter. Thomas races past Connor Downs, gets to the front court, into the left-hand corner, catch and shoot three on the way again, hangs on the rim, no, from Green, and the rebound goes to Satellite, but it's immediately stolen away by Green, who lays it up and in off a baseline drive. 14 points in the quarter for Chevy Green. Here's Pasquet, loses the handle, picks it back up at the left-hand corner, and now driving the lane, laying it up, and in is Brendan Goods. And Goods finally breaks the Satellite scoring drought. Only 8 points in the quarter, though, for Satellite. Three-man press comes for the Scorpions. Trapped on the baseline is Downs, gets it to Davis. Davis turns it over to Fernandez-Torres, gets to the paint, lays it up. Tough layup through contact, no good. And the rebound goes to Davis for Coco. Davis throws it ahead. Here's Caleb Dobbs into the front court, throws it into no man's land, and it's intercepted by Pasquet. Pasquet tries to go coast to coast. Bounce pass underneath the basket is up and in from Connor Downs. Downs' first contribution to the game, and it's a quick 4-point swing for Satellite. 18.1 seconds to go in the third quarter, 52-34. Satellite trying to find a way back into this as the inbounds pass is tapped right back to Davis, and then Davis splits a double team, gets it to Dobbs. Dobbs fires it underneath, and a layup is good for Calhoun, and Calhoun's off the mark in the second half. 3 seconds to go. Into the front court is Fernandez-Torres, and his layup is no good as he couldn't beat the buzzer. It's a 20-point lead for the Coco Tigers, 54-34. We'll be right back for the fourth quarter of action right here from Atlantic High School. This is the 4A District 9 basketball semifinals on MJT Sports Productions. It's the semifinals of the 4A District 9 boys basketball tournament. The second game of the semifinals to see who will play the Astronaut War Eagles in Friday's final. And it is all Cocoa right now. They've got a 20-point advantage thanks to a 25-point third quarter, 14 of those points from the hands of Chevy Green. He hit 2 threes in that quarter. He also had 2 deuces and 2 perfect trips to the free throw line. Satellite controls, going left to right. Here's Brendan Goods up on top. Hands to Fernandez Torres. Right-hand side. Baseline drive by Goods. Dumps it under the basket, and it's incomplete. Picked up by Coco. Running the floor is Dixon. Dixon gets to the lane. He gets fouled from behind by his opposite number, Connor Downs. And he will go to the line. That's Downs' first foul. Dixon had 4 points in the first half. 2 of those from the line, had 3 trips to the charity stripe. He missed an and one as he makes the first of 2 there. As Braden Bell checks back in with 3 fouls. He replaces Connor Downs. And sorry, he missed an and one and then went 1 for 2 on 2 occasions in the first half from the line. Here's the second of a 2-shot penalty. It's up and swishes it through there. 56-34, Coco over Satellite. Floated into the front court. Another turnover. This time tapped into the hands of Dobbs. Dobbs hands it to Giles under the basket, or excuse me, to Dixon under the basket, and Dixon gets fouled going up for a layup. They're going to get Fernandez Torres for his 4th. And so Satellite now starting to get into a bit of foul trouble. Fernandez Torres with 4, Bell with 3, who's on the floor. And the first of a 2-shot penalty is no good. Here's the second one. It's off the front of the rim and in. So 1 for 2 on that occasion. 57-34. Steal off the inbounds pass by Green, but it comes back into the hands of Fernandez Torres. He lays it off to Bell. Bell trying to get past the trap. He throws it into the front court. A nice one-hand snag off the pass. Nice pass under the basket, and a nice blocked shot by Keon Calhoun on Fernandez Torres, as Torres looked like he had a clear lane to the basket. But Satellite turns the inbounds pass over. Bell, open 3, left-hand corner, off the glass, no. And it will be grabbed by Coco. Calhoun, Carroll trying to get out of trouble. Throws a pass into no man's land. Picked up by Coco. Offensive glass, offensive bucket for Justin Vallon. The top scorer last night. And it's going to be a foul on Calhoun. His second as he tapped Fernandez Torres as he was racing past the scorer's table. The big player scorer last night, Vallon, only has 4 points tonight, but it doesn't really matter for the Tigers at this point. They're up 59-34. Tap of the key. Here's Jalen Moody. Hands it left to Brendan Goods. Pasquet, straight on 3, too short. Long rebound is grabbed by the long arms of Amari Dixon. Dixon hands it back to Vallon on the free throw line, and now Casey Carroll will settle, standing on the Atlantic logo at center court. Carroll drives, floater in the lane, no good, but the offensive rebound is grabbed by Keon Calhoun and put back up and in with the left hand. 61-34. A long pass ahead to Pasquet. He's going to get fouled as he went to the basket, and he'll go to the line. They're going to grab Calhoun for his 3rd. That's 2 in quick successions for Calhoun. And I wouldn't be surprised to see him come out of the game here. 6:10 to go, 4th quarter, and a comfortable lead for Coco, 61-34. Satellite only scored 10 points in that 3rd quarter. First of a 2-shot penalty is up and in from Pasquet. Free bounces of the basketball for the right-hander. Spins it in his left hand. Puts it up with the right hand, and it's in. 61-36. The Coco lead, 6 minutes to go. Long into the front court. Nice one-touch passing it. It's in and out of the hands of Amari Dixon, who had a clear lane to the basket off of a feed from Justin Vallon. Satellite basketball. Once again, Coco plays 3-man press. Pasquet floats it up towards Bell. Bell crosses half court. Gets to the top of the key, bounce pass left, 3 on the way from the left-hand corner, and it is good. Putting that one up and in was Goods. his 5th point of the second half, but straight down the other end, Valen goes coast to coast and lays it in. Fernandez-Torres puts it off his foot, out of bounds, Coco basketball. Another turnover for Satellite. They're down 63-39. Into the front court, here's Casey Carroll off the inbounds feed, finds Dixon. Dixon jump step and lays it in with little to no resistance. Dixon's first bucket from the floor in the second half, and racing to the basket with a lot of steam on the other end is Diego Fernandez-Torres, and he'll go to the line. They're going to get Downs for his second foul. Oh, no, excuse me, that's not Downs. That's Dixon. They're going to get Dixon for his 4th foul. And the first one is up and in on the free throw line by Fernandez-Torres, who hasn't gotten as involved today as he would like to. He hits them both. Up to 10 points for Fernandez-Torres now. Spinning in the front court, here's Green. Green drives the lane. Baseline bounce pass to Valen. Up and no good. Rebound is skied and tapped back to Casey Carroll, who backs up all the way to the half-court line, plays it to the left-hand corner. Nice 1-2 passing, gets it under the basket for Calhoun. Calhoun puts it up, and he will go to the line for shoot 2, and that's the 4th foul on Braden Bell.
Braden, make sure they know who's on who. Tell them to call it out.
The very long body of Keon Calhoun into his motion and fires home the first of a 2-shot penalty. 66-41, 5 minutes to go. Misses the first one off the front of the rim. Fernandez-Torres skies for the rebound, and he pushes the pace for Satellite. Gets to the paint, goes to the left-hand corner for Bell. Back outside past Gay, throws it underneath the baseline. Right-hand corner, Bell fires a 3. It's good, swish it home for Brandon Bell. Bell up to 7 points. 2-man press for Satellite. Broken by the nice fancy dribbling of Green. Green into the front court, steps into a long 2 and hits it. Chevy Green back on the score sheet in the 4th quarter. 68-44, Pasquet into the paint. Up and in over the long arms of Calhoun. Nice layup by Pasquet. 68-46, 4:25 to go. Valen, nice jab step to get around Fernandez-Torres, and wide open for 3 in the left-hand corner is Chevy Green again. 5 3-pointers for Green. Fernandez-Torres into the lane, goes coast to coast. His right-hand layup through traffic, no good. Defensive rebound by Coco. Pushing the pace is Carroll. Carroll, the left-hand corner, catch and shoot 3. It's good again for Chevy Green. 6 3-pointers for Chevy Green. Now a catch and shoot 3, left-hand wing. No good for Brandon Goods. Rebound to Coco. Splitting a double team is Carroll in the backcourt. Bounce pass across the timeline. A 3 on the way from Green. Oh, he was feeling it from the left-hand wing, but didn't hit that one. Bell alone in the backcourt, takes a long pass, drives the lane, puts a layup up, too strong. And now he's battling for it. He lays that on the ground, and he grabs the ball away. And it's going to be Coco basketball as Green and Fernandez-Torres dove on the ground in front of the Satellite bench, and apparently Fernandez-Torres had the basketball on his shoulder, laid on the line. Timeout, Satellite. It's a full timeout, so we'll step aside for 30 seconds and be right back. Your score, Coco 74, Satellite 46. This is the 4A District 9 basketball playoffs on MJT Sports Productions. Well, the Coco Tigers average 59.6 points per game And they have well surpassed that one here with 3 minutes and 27 seconds left to go in the ball game. They lead the Satellite Scorpions 74-46. Caleb Dobbs into the game for the Tigers. Dobbs drives the lane, runs right past Brendan Goods and lays it in with the left hand. Only the 4th point for Dobbs, and then a long pass intended for Fernandez Torres is over his head into the Satellite bench. It'll be Cocoa basketball. Jaquez Green is also in for Cocoa, his first action of the night. Green hands it to Caleb Dobbs, and Dobbs will walk across the timeline with it. Back up top, Green. Green to the left-hand corner now for Imarian Jordan, his first action of the game as well for Cocoa. Right-hand corner, here is Green. Back up top, between the circles for Justin Vallon. Dobbs hands to Green, once again top of the circle, drives, puts it under the basket, and the pass is deflected into the hands of Pasquet. Pasquet runs the floor, puts it into the arms of Brandon Sandoval, who's just checked in for the first time. Sandoval in a triple team down low, tries to get it up and over Davis, and he can't do it. Rebound for Cam Lee, as they've replaced everybody on the floor, have Cocoa at this point. Dobbs, here's Jaquez Green for Vallon. He's the only player that stayed on the floor. Drives and kicks to the left-hand corner. Green tries a three, too strong. Offensive rebound is fought for. It's on the floor, and it's grabbed by Braden Green of Satellite. Green throws it into the front court for Fernandez Torres. Catch and shoot right-hand wing. So wish for Fernandez Torres, his first three of the ball game. And it's 76-49 Cocoa. Dobbs shovels it across to Green. Left-hand corner. Nobody guards him. Tries a three. He knocks it down. Jaquez Green knocks down a three. Satellite and Cocoa trade long balls, and another timeout for Satellite. Play hard, eat clean, love big, and start living your best life, because we're here to help heal what hurts, ease your mind, and lift your spirit with the latest medical innovation and whole person care. It's time to take control of your health. It's time to feel whole. Visit adventhealth.com to learn more. They don't really take much time out of that timeout. So Satellite controls with Max White, the junior, into the game for the first time as both teams get some of their less utilized players a chance on the floor. Here's Connor Jones up top. And now back to White in front of his own bench. White, hounded by Dobbs, plays it off to Brandon Sandoval. Sandoval, back to Connor Jones, back to White. White drives left baseline, tries to put up a tough layup through contact, and it's blocked by Amarian Jordan. Cocoa ease it up to the other side with a minute 18 to go in the game, well in hand for the Tigers. They'll move on to Friday's final and play the Astronaut War Eagles, who beat the Atlantic Sharks earlier today. Left-hand corner, here's Amarian Jordan. Back to the top. Moving left is Cam Lee. Lee back for Green. Green guarded by his opposite number, Connor Jones. Green drives the lane and a scoop and score with the right hand. Up to 5 points is Green in this fourth quarter. Into the front court now. Jake White hands it back to Connor Jones. And to the right-hand corner, here's Stephen Cornick. Cornick walks back between the circles, fires a pass to Connor Jones that was almost intercepted by Green. But Satellite keeps control. In front of his own bench, firing up a three, and rattles it home as Max White. He hit that one from NBA range. 81-52 is the score for Cocoa. And with 15 seconds to go, Justin Vallon will dribble it out. That will be the final score of the game, as Satellite will not foul. It's 81-52. It's an exclamation point for the Cocoa Tigers as they move on to Friday's final to play the Astronaut War Eagles. Once again, your final score: Cocoa Tigers 81, Satellite Scorpions 52. We'll take a break and be right back for your final scores and tallies. This is MJT Sports Productions broadcast, the 4A District 9 basketball tournament. It's time to take stock here at the Shark Tank. Please don't unplug me. I'm still on air. Okay, thank you. They start taking apart the scorers table here. And I was like, please don't unplug me. I still need to go over the monumental final score of this game. That is Cocoa Tigers 81, Satellite Scorpions 52. Here are your final totals. First for the Satellite Scorpions, they were led by Oliver Pasquet, had 16. Diego Fernandez Torres had 13. Braden Bell had 7. And then Max White had 3. Connor Downs had 2. Brendan Goods had 5. Joseph Costin had 2. And Jalen Moody had 4. And now, here we go. Leading all scorers by a mile with 32 points on 6 threes was Chevy Green. He had 32. Nobody else for the Cocoa Tigers was in double digits. Dixon had 9. Calhoun also had 9. 7 points for Giles. 5 points for Jaquez Green. 4 for Thomas, 4 for Dobbs, and 4 for Elijah Davis. Once again, that gives you your final score of Cocoa 81 and the Satellite Scorpions 52. We'll be back for one more basketball broadcast this season here from the Shark Tank as the 4A District 9 finals get underway on Friday night, 7 p.m. tip-off. You can find us 10 minutes before on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Just search for MJT Sports Productions. So, for those of you who turned in for both games tonight, I greatly appreciate it. If you just watched one of them, this second one, I also greatly appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Michael Torillo, and we'll see you next time. Have a very pleasant